Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? Cub here and welcome to another episode of Sky Factory 2/Survival Island. It is a beautiful sunrise on day 37. I'm not sure how it got to day 37 so quickly. And I actually haven't done a whole lot behind the scenes here. Now normally I have like a big list of things to cover from in between episodes, but I haven't really done a whole lot. I planted all of our sugarcane, our cactus. Oh, and remember that exotic seed we found? Turned out it's just a jungle sapling. It wasn't all that great, but you know, now we got cocoa if we want to make a cookie factory, because you guys loved that so much last time. I also added a second drying rack. That is right. A second drying rack. I know, it was a... Guys, it did it again. Why did it do that? Oh, another case of the disappearing jerky. It'll magically appear here in a minute, though. I'm not going to worry about it. I am going to run around out back and check. Nope, it's just not here. Well, you know what? Jerky's like that sometimes. That's just the way the jerky dries. I also cleared out the rest of the sand, leaving this little shack kind of exposed, and you can see really just how lousy it is. It's very sad, and the jerky still hasn't shown up yet. But it really is sad how this little shack has turned out. I actually ran out of the shovel, like the last shovel I had, and I didn't want to build a new one because of the pact we made. It wore out, so I built a hammer because it's not a vanilla item. It's from Ex Nihilo. So it counts within the pact because it's not vanilla. And that's how I cleared up the rest of the sand. Now, before we get started, a few comments I want to reply to really quickly. Here they come. They're coming across the screen. In reply to this guy, yeah, your comment, I guess you meant, was definitely in the video. If that ever happened, I would cry, and I think it will happen, so prepare for tears. Yes, it was her, you are correct, and thank you for that upgrade tip. We'll be looking at that later. And look, guys, I made a cat smile, which is, I think, a pretty successful day, and a pretty successful episode. Now, there's a couple of things we need to try here. So a lot of people have commented in about my whole shift-click fiasco and the trouble I've been having there. Oh, I was looking at watering cans, which for some reason look like hype. Look at the hype. So strange. But, yeah, a lot of people have commented in to make suggestions on how we can fix this whole clicking issue. So let's get a crafting table. We're going to throw that down here. First things first, we'll try a vanilla crafting table, alright? So we want to build... Well, let's just go with something basic. Let's say we want to build sticks. I mean, if we click on sticks and we hit that... Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, yes, so it does shadow them in there. And then if we shift-click... Oh! Well, there we go. That's perfect. Now let's actually make some sticks. And let's say we want to build a pick. And I want to see if this works, because this used to work. No, it does not. So you do have to have all of the items to build it before it'll shadow anything in there, which is weird because before, it would take the items you did have and then leave the items you didn't have, which was nice because then you could see, okay, this is what I'm missing. Doesn't do that anymore. If you know a way to turn that on, let me know. So there's one mystery solved. Now, someone else told me if I break this bad boy and we turn it into a regular turn it from a regular crafting table into a crafting station, it will also work for this. So let's throw in sticks because I do have everything we need to make sticks. Yes, that works too. And yet this guy, when you shrink it down, all I'm doing is shrinking it down. Doesn't work. You're garbage. We're getting rid of you. We're gonna go ahead and make a... Oh, darn it. The woes of a person who's built his house out of sand. Oh, hey, there's the jerky. Fantastic. We're gonna go ahead and donate this to the... Actually, I guess not the spirit of the sky anymore because we're on the ground. So we'll give it to the ocean. We fed it into the ocean. I'm not even gonna bother with that little error down there. I don't care anymore about the little errors. And let's see. Let's move this guy inside. I'm really happy now. I'm happy. If you guys know how to make it, we're gonna continue this mystery solving though. If you guys know how to make it to where it will place in just the items that we have and not wait for me to add the items that we need, let me know. That would be a nice fix. But there we go. So that's one crisis out of the way. We got a lot of charcoal now, which is good. Ah, boy. Thank you guys for that. That's nice to have. Now, I got another comment here from somebody, which is very interesting. They say that I shouldn't be able to build tools out of stone because by default, we're not allowed to do that. Now, I want to make one thing abundantly clear. I am running the latest version of Sky Factory as of this recording, Sky Factory 2.2, and I have changed nothing. The only things that I've changed is the GUI. So I've edited the GUI and I added Optifine so I could fix the GUI. That's it. Only added it. That's the only mod that I've added. And I've only edited one config, and that was for the bar down here, the dual hotbar. So instead of having two bars of 9, one on top of the other. I edited the config so I'd have one long row of 18. Those are the only things that I have changed in this pack, which means that if you are running 2.2, every other setting should be exactly the same for you. Doesn't matter if you're on a survival island or up in the air. Whatever I have activated, you have activated. Which means that, no, if you're running the same version of This Is Me and you haven't fiddled around with your settings, you should also be able to build tools out of stone. It's getting out of hand here, people. I made a vow because you people wanted Tinker's Construct. You wanted it. You demanded it. I decided I would forego vanilla tools and only build modded tools. And are you not entertained? Are you really going to take stone away from me? I say no. I say no. If you're running the latest version, stone is activated. And if you can use it, dadgummit, so can I. That's my rant. Speaking of using tools, you guys want to see me make a smeltery. And this is still so weird for me because before, nobody wanted to see this mod, and now everybody's excited for it, which makes me happy because I love Tinker's Construct, and you can guarantee you we're going to build us a smeltery. So the first thing we need to do, if you scan through our table of contents, is build some grout, which is just sand, gravel, and some clay. Now, this clay over here is kind of earmarked for a fireplace. Down with the rules. We're gonna use it for grout, and actually I don't think it's gonna be enough, but I know how to make some clay anyway, so it's, oh wow, we actually have quite a bit of clay there. Fantastic. As you can see, I did build a stone shovel just so I would have it, and that puts a big whop on it. We're gonna build better tools at the end of this episode, but first let's heal this. So we're gonna put that in there along with our stone shard. Gonna put it in there correctly, heal it up, ready to rock and roll some more. Alright, so sand we have a lot of as well, and then what was the last thing we needed? Gravel? We don't have any gravel. We have none. We can turn sand into gravel. No, we can't. No, we cannot turn sand into gravel. I believe we can turn cobblestone into gravel, but not sand. Sand turns into dust. We do have some gravel right here, though. So we'll grab all of that. Oh, geez, we're going to fall into a hole, too. Did that knock out my... no, it didn't knock out my... Oh, okay. No, nobody say a word. Let's dig our way down in there. And, oh, look, there's some more over here. I wonder why I didn't pick it all up. Did it break it? Oh, no, yeah, okay. What? No, that doesn't make any sense. Is it that badly damaged? Okay, yes, it is. We gotta go. We really need to build a better one. That was just sad. Like, I expected it to not last very long, but that right there was just pathetic. I mean, I know, arguably stone is not the best, you know, in the world for this kind of work. I realize that, and we can definitely build something better, but geez. And actually, you can just go into the book and read the durability of different items, so it's not really a shock. How much gravel do we have now? Okay, we're doing pretty good here. So we're gonna take our gravel, some of that, take some of this, boom, grout. Got a lot of it, and we could cook all of this up manually, but guys, I've been doing some thinking. I think we need to build an electric furnace. And actually, speaking of furnaces, I've been looking into it, and I think that an alloy furnace might actually be our best bet. So let's see, I think it's an Alloy Smelter, actually, because look at what you need here. Furnaces, iron, really basic, and then this machine chassis, it's just more iron and a basic capacitor. Now, granted, it is a lot of iron. If we look at our other option, which would be... Oh, man, let's see, what is it? Is it just called an electric furnace or something along those lines? Redstone furnace. Look at this. We gotta have... Well, I mean, we could do it. What? A basic... What is the difference? But what is going on here? I don't understand. Redstone. Copper gear. Redstone reception quote. Bricks. A machine frame. Yeah, I think not. I think we're gonna go with the Alloy Smelter. And it's cool. You can use it as a furnace. You can smelt down alloys with it. It's a lot of fun. Let's go build it, shall we? So first things first, let's build those furnaces. We're actually going to need 4 of these, which we don't have enough cobblestone for. Hey, you guys want to do something fun? Check this out. Boom! Yay! Whoa, hey, check it out. Fixing up the wear and tear should make it last a little bit longer, +1 reinforce. Wow, I just leveled up the... Wow, we got a lot of gravel down here, too. We did just break a hole in the bottom of the world. Not the best... Whoa, hey! What is this? I didn't know this was back here. Okay, cool. That took it all out in one go, but we do definitely have a lot of cobble now. And we have a really cool hole in the bottom of the world. Let's go outside and see what that looks like. That's not a big deal. I can patch it up here. Look, we'll patch it up. Check me. Throw down some sand. I have to go get more sand. But look, it's like it never happened. No one will ever know. Vein mining, people. Isn't it fantastic? There's the 4 furnaces. Okay, we're gonna need some more iron. Thankfully, we have a lot of iron ore here, so we'll throw it in the grinder and get to grinding. Whew, well, that took a while. We'll throw that in here. And we'll actually cut it in half, and then we'll put a couple pieces of coal in there. Charcoal, that is. Oh. And we'll put the rest of it down here. Excellent. So we'll get some extra iron up and rolling. Next up for the alloy furnace. Check this bad boy here. And we're going to need 4 of these. Right. I don't actually have any iron in my inventory. And I don't really need the recipe. I know how to build those very well. And then we're going to need a basic capacitor. And we're actually going to make 2 of these, because if you remember that comment earlier, we can use capacitors to like supercharge our machines out here. And in particular, I want to supercharge this bad boy so it puts out more energy. And although this isn't the best capacitor you can build, this basic one here, you can use it to upgrade. Like, you use the basic capacitor to upgrade to the next level and then the next level capacitor. So if we build one of these now, we'll have plenty in the future. Iron. Love it. Gotta have it. So let's build one of these bad boys, and that's going to be gold, redstone, and copper. Do we have any copper left over? We do have some copper, we do have some redstone, and we do have some gold, although we're going to need more nuggets. And that should do it. Recipe? No? What am I missing? Let's see. Copper. Oh. It's going to cycle through all the different types of copper. No, what are we missing? I don't understand. Do we not have redstone, copper, and gold nuggets? We should. Redstone, copper, gold nuggets. Yeah, well, okay, I guess it doesn't work all the time. I'm not liking this new update. It doesn't work quite the way it should. I'm not a fan of that. I want old Sky Factory back. Look at that. I definitely have everything in my inventory. It's only working for certain things. That makes me so sad. Oh well, we'll put that in there, and at least these recipes aren't too hard to remember. They're pretty straightforward. Got our machine chassis. Now let's see if it can at least manage this. Haha! No, we're asking for too much from this. We're asking for too much. What have we done wrong? Iron, furnace, machine chassis. Oh, a cauldron. Wow. Well, there we go. Cauldron created. I'm embarrassed. I'm very embarrassed. And it's still not working. Okay, well, we'll get that furnace out of there. Maybe we'll use it for something later. Put our cauldron in. We will get our machine chassis. This is the first time I've ever really gotten very far into Ender.io, so you can kind of understand why I am bad at it. So we should be able to set that up there. And if we take a look here, this should be set to output. Yep. Input, output, so it does it automatically. This should be getting power. And remember all that grout that we built? We should be able to, let's see, redstone mode is off, so it's always active. Configure input, output is not important right now. Recipes. Oh, cool, so it actually lists all the different recipes right inside of the interface. That's really nice. And then furnace mode. All smelting, alloys only. We definitely want it in, well, actually, we could just put it in all smelting, but we're going to put it in furnace mode only for now. And that should get to cooking. And can I stack these up here as well? Yeah, look at that. Cool. So I don't have to build a hopper to hold everything. I can just put them in here and it'll cook them individually. Now let's see if we can speed this thing up with that other capacitor we built. So that's basically how long it takes now. And, oh, can we not put the capacitor in here? Where do you put the capacitor? I was never really clear on that. Where does it go? Does it go in here? No. Okay, I'm reading on the wiki. The basic capacitor is the first electronic device used in crafting Ender.io blocks and items. It is the lowest tier of capacitors and cannot be used as an upgrade. So we actually have to upgrade this to the next level, which is the double layer capacitors, and we're going to need 2 of those. And that's going to need some energetic alloy, which isn't a big deal. It's just glowstone, gold, and redstone. And guess what? We happen to have an alloy smelter right here. So while that cooks that stuff up, let's go work on that. So let's see. A bar of gold. Oh, wait, I already forgot everything that I just said we're going to need. So, gold, glowstone, and redstone. We have the redstone in our inventory. We've got the glowstone. Now we just need some gold ore. And we can pop some of that in here. Not the most efficient way of cooking it. That won't work either because that is just powdered gold ore. That's not going to work, is it? Nope, can't cook that stuff up. Wait a second, we have a bar of gold right there. Sweet. And so we're going to need 2 bars of gold of this stuff, I believe. So let's pull this out. Well, I'll let it finish its thing. Yay, pull that out. Pull out the seared bricks. That's a pretty good start to seared. What are you cooking now? Let's not question it. Once it's done, though, we're going to switch it to alloy mode. Alloy mode. Okay, I guess I already had some more pulled into the system. So alloys. And again, we could just leave it in all smelting, but we're going to switch to alloys. We're going to put in glowstone, redstone, and the gold. And it should start cooking that up. Yep, there it goes. Well, it took the items at least. Man, this is slow, unbearably slow. While that cooks, I'm going to build another capacitor. Basic capacitor. Do I have everything I need in my inventory? I think I do. We got 1 of those left. We've got our gold nuggets. And look at this. I'm already memorizing the recipes. I feel so smart. Basic capacitor. I heard what sounded like the most horrific sound in the world, and it turns out it's a dog barking outside. Here's the thing. Who has a dog? I live in an apartment. I don't think anyone here has a dog. Don't know where the barking's coming from. We are running out of power. Jeez. Okay, we've got those. We're going to take it in here. We're going to get that recipe up. And the last thing we're going to need is coal powder, pulverized coal, coal powder. Not sure how to get either of these things. Sag mill, pulverizer, sag mill. Can we just take a piece of coal and throw it into here? Would that be a thing we can do? Let's try it. Everything is worth a try, people. And if it doesn't work, well, you've only broken the game and deleted all the files in the System32 folder. So what's it really hurt? Yeah, coal powder. Check that out. So we should have everything. Nope, doesn't work. All right, well, we've learned to expect this. Boom! Double layer capacitor, and that should upgrade us. Let me actually take a look over here and see what our double layer capacitor is going to get us. All right, the wiki doesn't actually say how much of a boost it's going to give us here, but if we take a look over here in the Stirling generator, we take our upgrade. Burn rate. Okay, so it's going to burn it slower. And remember, before, a single piece of coal was giving us 20 RF a tick. Now it's giving us 40. So it's actually making our coal more worthwhile. It's burning it longer and creating more RF, which is nice. And this isn't really going to hold any because it's going to be directly outputting it to here, which is fine. Now, I would like to use the upgrade in here. However, I don't know. We need to generate power, so I guess we'll just let this run really slowly. And we'll wait. Also, when I said it's going to run 1.5 times slower, that's not actually accurate. It's going to run 0.5 times slower. Before it was running 2.0, now it's running 1.5, so it's not actually 1.5 slower, it's just 0.5. So you guys get the idea. I don't need to explain this to you. It is generating enough power to power the furnace, though, and continue to charge our capacitor bank, so that is nice. So we don't have a lot of power stored, but I want to see how much of a difference this bad boy makes over here on the smelting side. So we're going to wait till this one gets finished, and then we're going to toss this in there. Boom. Took a massive hit to power, but look how much faster it's processed. Oh, that is great. But how are we doing over here? Is that drawing too much energy? That is drawing too much energy. That is not sustainable in the long run, is it? Nope, we're going to have to build maybe another one of those so that we can have one over here for energy production and then one over here to kind of maintain that. And I think you can build some kind of upgrades for here. I'm not sure if this is the upgrade for here, though. Let's try it real quick. No, but you can build some kind of upgrade over here that'll allow this. No, it's multi-block. You add a second one and it'll allow it to input and output faster, I think. Let me know in the comments, guys, because as you know, I am a noob and all of my information I get from you guys. You notice room for improvements plus one modifier. Okay, look, there we go. That's Iguana Tweaks in action. It actually modifies and upgrades the tools as we go, which is great. It's turning our horrible little stone tools here into something almost worthwhile.